What's up, guys? It's your girl Reid Moore here. Today we are going to be diving into The Catcher in the Rye. And can I start off by saying toxic masculinity alert? But let me relax. This piece is set in the 1950s and follows our narrator and protagonist, Holden Caulfield. We meet him just as he is released from an institution. Check your head. Holden is 16 years old, and his story starts at Pensy Prep in Hagerstown, Pennsylvania. Holden tells us this is the 4th school he has gone to. He failed out of the other 3, and is well on his way to failing out of this one. Hashtag do better. One thing we learned about Holden is that he is a ladies' man, or so he claims. His boy, Stradlater, goes on a date with one of Holden's exes, and Holden cannot keep it together. Major bro code violation. Stradlater gets under Holden's skin, and the two get into a legit brawl. Holden loses. Bad. Like, just go home, bro. I don't know if the smackdown had anything to do with it, but Holden packs up early and heads home to Manhattan. Hold that L, Holden. When Holden gets back to Manhattan, of course he gets annoyed by all the phonies. I mean, his friends are a little basic, but it feels like homeboy is the problem. He checks into the Edmont Hotel where he can see into the rooms of some of the guests. Real stalker vibes. He sees the guests performing acts that are totally not safe for work. He witnesses one man putting on high heels, stockings, and a bra. Yes, queen! Woo! Of course, this, just like everything else in his life, makes Holden mad. So for whatever reason, he decides to call up a woman, Faith Cavendish, who he has never met in his life. I don't think that's how a booty call works. Not that I would know. This phone call does not end well for Holden, but he claims to have ended it because she annoyed him. Salty much? After spending the night out, getting on people's nerves and hitting on random women, Holden returns to his hotel. The elevator operator gets him a prostitute for $5. Hold up. $5 as in, I got 5 on it. Oh my God, even Holden's better than that. The lady of the night shows up, and Holden makes up an excuse of why he cannot sleep with her. Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. He pays her, but she sits on his lap anyway, so he kicks her to the curb. The elevator operator shows up shortly after and demands more money. Holden refuses and takes a mean punch to the gut. Do you even lift, bro? I mean, come on. While Holden is cowered over, the elevator operator proceeds to take more money from him. Holden clearly needs to work on those hands.
He needs some milk.
When he wakes up, Holden calls Sally Hayes and they set up a date to a Broadway matinee. As he is waiting for his date, he calls up Jane Gallagher, the girl Stradlater went out with. Get over it, Holden. She's not thinking about you. Jane's mother picks up the phone and Holden hangs up. Whose man's is this? Holden eventually makes it to his date with Sally. They have a fine time until she sees a boy she used to know. Holden, being the ultra jealous type, gets mad at her for talking to another guy. Like, hashtag chill, bro. They then go to Radio City where Holden starts begging Sally to run away with him. Somebody get this man a glass of water. The thirst is real. Although she is very patient, she refuses his offer. This ticks him off for no good reason. Then, the icing on the cake? He calls her a pain in the ass. Who raised this kid? Holden keeps on holding L's. You see what I did there? Still in a drunken stupor, Holden makes his way to his childhood apartment. He finds his little sister Phoebe sleeping, and he tells her that he's failed out of yet another school. She gets upset not because he failed, but because he hates everything. Ugh, preach, sister. I guess the youngest siblings do have the most sense. After calling up more people and offending them too, Holden ends up at Phoebe's school. He leaves her a note telling her to meet him at lunchtime. I kind of feel bad for the guy. He's really just a sweet guy with a heart of gold. He wants to be a bad guy like JC Chazé, but he's really a heartthrob like Lance Bass. It's kind of all sweet until he tells you, I'm the most terrific liar you ever saw in your life. Men. Am I right? I guess the point of this book is that we all grow up thinking we're the smartest people around, but we're really all just trying to figure ourselves out. I bet Holden would think that I'm a phony. Wait, am I a phony? I've got to go meditate on that for a while. See you next time on Reid Moore Books.